Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. Before we start building the level 2, I realized that we might have a problem with the way that we are handling the player prefs entry for level progression. So let's say we clear level 2 successfully. That means that our levels in player prefs is going to be set to 3 and level 3 is going to be unlocked. And now we have all 3 levels unlocked, for example. But then we decide to go play level 1, and after we successfully beat level 1, the player prefs entry will be set to 2. And that means that level 3 will not be available anymore. So what we need to do in the level 1 scene is open up the script on the target game object right here. And before it does this, we need to make sure that level was lower than this. So if it was 3, that it cannot be set to 2 again. And that's very simple with an if statement. So if our level entry in the player prefs is lower than 2, only then we are able to set it to 2. Now we are able to set our level entry in the player prefs to 2 only if it was lower than 2 before. That means that if it's 3 right now and we decide to play this level again, it will not be changing this. Don't forget to save it. And actually let's make sure it still works. Okay. Now we are ready to build level 2. We could be creating a whole new level from scratch, however, I don't think it's necessary since most of the procedure is going to be very similar to what we did before, and because of that I'm simply going to copy everything from the level 1 scene into the level 2 scene. But if you choose otherwise, it's fine. So let's set our goal, for example, to 15, but we'll make the level a lot harder. We don't need to have another pin right here, because the script that we created for the level 1 pin will do the same thing in all levels. So now it's even easier to create new levels. Let's check it out. Instead of having a fail scene for all of the levels separately, we only have one for every level. So nothing needs to be changed here and it can stay the same, meaning that we don't need a new script and that we don't need a new prefab. However, what we need to change is the script on the target game object. If you open up this script right here, we can see that it has the goal from the last level, and if we mess with that, we'll ruin the last level. Let's copy this. Go back to Unity and remove this script from the target game object in the level 2 scene. We'll create a new script in the level 2 subfolder. We can simply call it level 2 target script. Open it up, delete this and paste everything from the last script. We do need to change the name though. Our goal in this level is going to be 15 instead of 20, and we want to check whether this was lower than 3, and if it was, we want to set it to 3 in order to unlock the next level. And this is still going to load the same scene for every level. This should be enough changes. We can go ahead and save it, go back to Unity, select the target game object, and add the newly created script to it. We do need to attach the score. And what else we could do in this script is we could change the rotation speed to, for example, 110, so that it spins faster and that it's harder to complete this level. However, the cool thing about this public variable is that when we change this, we are not actually changing the script in any other level, just here. So we can just use the same script in multiple scenes for different purposes. Let's see if everything works correctly. It does appear to be spinning a lot quicker. Now I have supposedly unlocked level 3, but it still doesn't do anything, so we'll get back to that. However, I still don't feel like this level is hard enough, since this should be harder than the level 1. Therefore, we'll be doing something else. And you are free to let your creativity go in the creation of these levels. You can create whatever you want using the knowledge that you acquired so far from the color switch and from this game. And I think you should be able to create many different levels. For example, I can take this pin prefab and drag it into the scene. However, I don't want it to be moving, so I will remove the level 1 pin script. And I will also make it a child of the target game object. Right now it could serve as an obstacle, however if we press play we can see that the score changed to 1 immediately because there's a pin attached to it. And in order to handle that we could change the tag of this pin to obstacle. Make sure to go back and actually change the tag. Since the target is only looking for objects with the pin tag colliding with it to increase the score, now the score should be staying the same. However, if we hit this obstacle, it shouldn't give us a game over. And we need to change that in the script attached to the pin 1 prefab. So right click on the script to edit it. And this is what we are looking for. So whenever the pin collides with something, first it will check whether the object that it collided with is the target, and then it will do something. If it's not the target, then it will check if that object is the pin. And if it is, it will take us to the game over scene. And now we want to have another condition right here. So whether the pin collides with an object that has the pin tag or the obstacle tag, we want the game over scene. The symbol in C# for the OR operator is this. The 2 vertical lines. And if you can't find it on your keyboard, it's okay to Google the OR operator C# and you can simply copy this and paste it into your code. So if the tag of the collision is pin, or if the tag of the collision is obstacle, then we want to load the level fail scene. Make sure you save this and now it should be working fine. Let's add a bit more of these obstacles to make the level even harder. So select it and press Ctrl+D on your keyboard to duplicate it, and after that you can drag it into position. Let's rotate it by 180 degrees. It doesn't seem like it, but this will make the level a lot harder, especially since the target is spinning so quickly. Let's save the scene. And then let's go to the level menu scene, so that we can implement the log system for level 3 as well. In the level 3 subfolder we'll need 2 new scripts. The first is going to be the level 3 button script. And the second one is going to be the level 3 log script. Is basically going to be the same thing as the level 2 button script and the level 2 log script. So we can open this up, copy everything, and then open up the level 3 button script, delete everything here and paste everything from the level 2 script. We simply need to change the numbers. First the name, and after that we want to change the condition right here. If it's greater than 2, then we want the level 3 button to be enabled. Otherwise we want it to stay disabled. So if we save this, go to the level 3 button and attach this. If you remember correctly, we also need to attach the level 3 button here. And let's do the same thing with the log script. Open up the level 2 log script, copy everything, then go back to the level 3 log script, delete everything originally there, and paste everything from the other script. Change the name to match the script, and also change the number. So if the player prefs entry is less than 3, then we want the log to be enabled, otherwise it shouldn't be there. Save everything, go to the level 3 log object, and attach the newly created script to it. And also don't forget to attach the log here. If we press play now, level 1 and 2 should be unlocked since we unlocked it before, and level 3 should be locked. Let's play level 2. And now level 3 should be unlocked as well. However, the button on level 3 still takes us to level 2 because we didn't change it in the script. So select the level 3 button and open up the script on it. Here we tell the scene manager to load level 2 scene. So instead of that we want the level 3 scene. Make sure you save it. And now it should be working properly. However, the level 3 scene is empty as you can see, and I'm not going to be making any more levels because I want to see your imagination. How many unique levels can you create? And I told you that I will be challenging you to create some levels and send them to me. They will be featured in one of my videos. You can upload the files wherever you want. If you don't know how to send me your project, simply open up the folder that you set as your Unity projects folder. For me it's located on the E drive and it's right here. It's called Unity Projects, and these are all my projects that I have in Unity. So if you want to send me your project, simply need to copy this project, for example this one. I'll copy it on my desktop. And now I will be compressing it with WinRAR. You can use either WinRAR or 7-zip or something like that to compress it, and now you can upload it wherever you want. For example, Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, wherever. And you can send me a link on my email or in a Udemy message. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can create using the knowledge that you learned so far in the course.